It's been a while since I've done a video game video, and I sort of just thought that for fun, since also I just haven't made a video in general overall in a while, and the summer's coming up, that I would just make a fun little playthrough video of Street Fighter 2 on the SNES. So, just something fun, just something simple. Thought it'd be fun. Something simple. That's the line I said in my first video, I remember. But yeah, Street Fighter 2. This is one of my favorite versions of Street Fighter 2, actually, the original SNES version. Because it's just like, it's just so historic. Like the first home port of the game, it's like the first, it just feels, it's just cool, It just really feels like there's like historical value to this one, and it just feels so classic and everything. It's just, yeah, it's a classic. So let's go. And I'm just gonna play as Ken. Breeze our first opponent, okay. Yeah, this is just such a classic game. There are obviously much better versions of it now, but it's just, you know, such a nice classic game. Yeah, imagine it's the 90s and you're just like, you're listening to like the Black Crows, possibly my next concert review, by the way. Like you're listening to the Black Crows, you're sitting here playing on your Super Nintendo, and playing this game, like, oh man, that must be awesome. You listen to like Soundgarden or Alice in Chains, like playing this game. Trying to think of like songs that were current at the time, like bands that were current at the time. You wouldn't. I definitely would have been all over this game when it came out. That's the reason why. It's one of the reasons why, like, if I was alive back then, I'm not sure if I would have gotten a Super Nintendo or a Genesis because, like, early on, the Genesis had a lot more arcadey stuff because arcadey style games are more what I'm into. But as time went on, the SNES got like this game and all the other Capcom games, and like, I want a lot. Capcom is like one of my favorite developers in terms of like retro games, so I would probably want a Super Nintendo. Although, of course, the game eventually came to the Genesis with Special Champion Edition and Super. But, overall, there are comparatively less Capcom games on the Genesis when compared to the SNES. So, that's kind of why I'm not sure which one I would have gone with. I would have liked to have owned both back in the day. I mean, I own both now, but it was like back in the day, I don't really know which one I would have gone for. There's like so many like good games on both. Also, like I love Capcom games so much, so you know. And I like fighting games, and there's definitely more of them on the Super Nintendo. Although the Genesis probably has the better controller for them overall. Yeah, I always preferred the Genesis style D-pad as well. Like the Nintendo one, it's good, but like, it just I like having the extra. I like how it's like a whole like circle and like easy to like do like diagonals with it. It just feels more natural to me. Even though most D-pads I've used, of course, over the years are more like Super Nintendo style because um, it's generally what's tended to be more popular. Although the Xbox One X controllers, of course, have a sort of Sega-esque D-pad. I like those controllers actually a lot. I don't have one, but they're really nice controllers. The not One X, the Series X. Yeah, those controllers are really nice. Probably get one. Yeah, I don't know if I can get it. And I don't really get a capture card for my games. I just like to film them straight off the CRT because honestly, it's just easier for me that way. It's kind of just like a pain in the ass. It would be a pain in the ass for me to get a capture card set up, especially since I like to also still be playing on the CRT. And most capture cards expect you to be hooking up to a separate HDMI type thing, and there's none that really quite work for this setup unless you get like some really cheap one from China that's probably gonna break in 3 minutes, but you know. Sonic boom! Windows started trembling with a sonic boom. Boom! That's a Doors reference. Cars hissed by my windows, name of that song. I remember, like, me and my friends were playing this game at one point, and, like, we were like, man, who the heck has the name Guile in real life? And my friend, he goes over and asks his mom, hey, Mom, do you know anybody named Guile? Like, bruh. Like, of course he's not gonna know anybody named Guile. Beguiling. I don't hear the word guile very much by itself either. Oh, okay, I'm going to the other side. Doop, 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 doop. Zangief. Got Yeef. But the Super Nintendo version is one of my favorite versions of this game. I almost might like it more than the first arcade version in some ways, because there's some things that I actually feel this version of the game improves upon over the first arcade version. So, like, I think some of the endings just look better here. It's a little more consistent in some areas of the game. Like, I feel like for example, like Chun-Li's like outfit on like the versus screen is like the correct one, whereas in the arcade it's like orange for some reason. And so I do think this version of the game does do a few things better than the original arcade version. I mean, either way, it's a great game, though. I always found the way the bass sounded in this game to be very funny. At least this version of the game. Brazil. Gator man. Whoop. Those guys over there, like, funny. The guy with like the hat on, the guy under the guy with the hat on, looks like he's fucking like jerking him off. The way like he's moving his hand up and down. And in the Japanese version of this game, of course, there is actually a guy jerking off. I'm not joking. Look it up. Can you see that? Right. Oh, now they're off. So I'm gonna okay. But yeah, I might lose this one. Not looking good. Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, I don't do one credit plays on here, so, like, it's like, who gives a fuck if you lose, frankly? Why should I give a fuck? It's just a fucking game. It's like, I don't play these games online because it's like, I don't give a fuck about, like, the competitive shit, it's like, cool, it's like, have fun doing it. But I feel like a lot of times people take it a little too seriously, and, that just kind of takes the fun out of it for me. That's why I kind of feel like I'm not a big fan of the FGC and all that stuff. I just love to play these games, that's it, And I remember as a kid, I used to, like, want there to be more videos about certain games that had nothing to do with, like, just, like, FGC tournament content. But, like, that's because I was a weird kid. Like, nobody else my age, except for a few people I was close friends with, were playing these games, really. Especially since I grew up in a very sportsy school, as, an autistic person, so, it's like... So it was hard, but I'm glad I'm done with high school. I'm glad I'm in college now that I like. I'm on summer break right now, of course, but I like college a lot. Have a band. Hopefully we get some more gigs and stuff. Excited to share some more stuff with you. I've had an album planned in my head for like a good 3 years now, and that's a lot. That's what a lot of the songs that us and Nebulous are playing right now is songs that were planned for that album. So, when the album comes in, if we finish the album, I think it'll be really cool. But hey, we technically have a release out now, which is us playing at our school's quad, and I'd say it's a pretty good performance, especially considering we didn't really rehearse that much before it. So, I might release our first performance, which is actually with regular drums instead of just a cajon. But like we didn't film the whole thing, so it would be very like fragmented. That's why I was a little bit like, I don't know if I want to upload this whole thing to YouTube, but I might. I'll see. I'll see what I can upload. I'll see what I think. But for now, all that's up there is just footage of us playing the second show. And it's a longer show too, the second show overall. So we played an extra song that wasn't in our first show. Bam. There we go. I only got past the stage. That took a while. That actually took a while. I'm surprised. That took a bit. Alright, now we have Chun-Li. Maybe it's because she was like one of the last opponents. No, he was one of the last opponents. Oh. I beat this game as Ken before on an emulator, I think. I don't know if I've beaten it on real hardware as Ken. I've definitely beaten it on real hardware as Ryu, though, so... And I mean specifically this version. I've also beaten, like Super Turbo on the Saturn right here as Akuma. I've beaten a few versions of this game. This is the infamous stage with the guy choking the chicken in the background. Do not take that the wrong way. I don't know, is he like wringing its neck? I guess that's the same thing. I remember there was this book that was like popular in like 4th grade that was called like The Ringer or something like that. And it was about like a guy who like wrings the necks of like pigeons who are injured or something. And like it focuses mainly on like the guy's son. Like the guy's son is the protagonist and something, I don't know what the fuck happens in it. I remember the cover art was really creepy. Yeah, I remember that was like a book that a lot of kids read in 4th grade. I didn't read it, but I remember it was kinda popular. Either that or it was just like forced upon everyone and they all read it, but I didn't. Maybe it was like a book club thing. Now, this stage is one of my favorites in the game. It just looks so beautiful, in my opinion. Like, I mean, it's just so colorful, so cool, very bright. It looks definitely better than the arcade version, I'd say. Fuck. Okay. Like, this is a stage where it just looks a lot better drawn than the arcade version overall, I'd say. And yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful stage. It's just like awesome. Like I'm a sucker for this like neon aesthetic. Always have been, especially in retro games. That's why like my channel banner is just like the neon pattern from Knuckles Chaotix. So is my intro that I have on some of my videos. I might make a new intro, but the intro on some of my videos uses that neon, uses like a thing from like Knuckles Chaotix. Knuckles Chaotix is not a great game, but it has some absolutely beautiful graphics, and so that's why I use it. Yeah, I don't know, I haven't played Knuckles Chaotix. It doesn't look like that good of a game though, but graphically it is amazing. Alright, now we're moving on to Vega. Vega in this game is one of the opponents in this version, bonus stage first, but Vega in this version of the game is an opponent I always seem to have trouble with from like my experience playing this game. He's just always like very difficult in this version for some reason. Like his AI is anyway. Oh wait, you can't play as him, right? Come on, no, ooh. Oh damn, I almost had it. Yeah, the car smashing minigame in this version was kind of hard because the hitboxes on the car are kind of awkward, so like you'll miss when you swear you hit it. So it's kind of a pain in the ass. And then my TV's kind of glitching a little bit. I might want to change that off. Oh. See what I mean? Like Vega in this version of the game is very hyper. You lose, perfect, because I didn't get a hit on him. They should have that. You lose, perfect. That should have been. I guess in Mortal Kombat it has that because flawless victory, and it says like it's for the opponent instead of just like player one, player two. I guess in other versions of Street Fighter 2 it says like, well, like in the versus mode only, it'll say like Ryu wins or Ken wins. I remember in Super Turbo for Balrog they say Barlog. Barlog! Barlog! Literally, I'm not even joking. It's like Barlog! Like ridiculous. Barlog! I'm a barlog. I'm a log that's in a bar. I always like the arcade version of this song. Well, I like the Super Turbo version of this song the most because it sounds the most sinister. That was the darkest anyway. I think it was from like C sharp minor. C sharp minor is one of my favorite keys because of how emotional it sounds. At least I think that song is in C sharp minor. I have to go back and look at it. Like C sharp minor, maybe like whatever mode. I don't know what mode it would be if it's modal. I'm not. Don't quote me on anything. Just don't quote me on anything. I'm unreliable. I'm an unreliable guy. I'm an unreliable narrator. Yeah. Yeah, but as you can see, Vega is definitely very like his AI is definitely very hyper in this version of the game in particular. Yeah, Street Fighter 2 is just such a classic fun game that I just love, and I think everybody should play really. It's just like a good game. It's just a good game, you know. I think everybody should play it. Um, well, I guess unless you don't like fighting games, but I mean, I don't like RPGs really, so that's something a lot of people consider sacrilege. That I don't like RPGs, so you know, I'm more just into like arcadey action games. I do like some modern games, of course, as well, and I do, of course, like classic FPS games, like the classic Doom games, like beating Doom 1 and 2. Still playing through on Doom 64 on PC. I don't own the N64 version of Doom 64, the original version. I mean, since like I don't know if I would have gotten an N64 back in the day because like I feel like there's a lot more games I would have liked to have played on the PS1, and heck, even maybe the Saturn because of my game taste, but probably the PS1 is what I would have gotten at the time. Um, I probably would have been fucking pissed that the Actually, N64 got its own exclusive Doom game. I probably would have been a little pissed about that back in the day, I imagine. Because Doom 64 is, from the parts I've played of it so far, I think it's a pretty damn good game. Like, I know not everybody likes it, but like, from my experience, I like it. So, I probably would have felt like I had missed out. But I guess I could have downloaded like a Doom WAD that tries to recreate the levels on PC or something if they had those back in the day. Bruh. Okay. I kind of haven't really been paying attention as much to the game. I feel like I've sort of just been letting my instincts take over. That's probably why I'm losing. Because sometimes when you play this game, you get into a mode where you can just let your instincts take over, and you just don't really think about the game while you're playing it. It happens sometimes. I mean, I'd like to get good at enough at guitar where I can get to a point where it just feels like I'm going through the motions when playing. But I haven't had that. Yeah, I'm pretty much still always very much thinking about it while playing. So, I gotta practice. But, you know. I mean, I'm not a great guitarist in my opinion, but, I try. I just do it because I have fun doing it, and, and when I musically express myself, That sounds so corny. Musically express myself. But I guess I do, I do want to express myself that way. I have fun doing it. Rock and roll is good shit. Bro can just fucking go through all those Hadokens. Bruh. Maybe I should use this Hatsumaki a bit more. I used to think that as a kid that Tatsumaki Senpukyaku was fantastic flu kick. Because they're saying it so quickly, like, that's not a flu kick! But it sounded to me like, fantastic flu kick. I mean, like, what else was I supposed to assume it was? Shit. I'm trying to. Okay, he'll just hit out a Tatsu if he tries to do that. And this is a version before the one where you can do them in midair, so I can't do a midair one. It's a shame. What a shame Mary Jane had a pain at the party. That is a Beatles song. Do not look it up. What a shame Mary Jane, what a shame Mary Jane had a pain at the party. Oh, 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 fuck. And some fighters never lose a battle. In other versions of the game, it's a slightly different line. It's like, some fighters never lose battles. There's no A in it, and battle is not singular. embarrassing. That's only round one, huh? You try to sweep him whenever you can. Damn. It's taking a while. Vega. Vega. Hey, Sega. Vega, play Sega. Okay, we got a round on him. See if we got him on top of him. Oh, wait. Oh. Shit. Oh, bastard. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Shit. Hadouken. No, I wanted to do this. Ah. And you. Yeah, but I can never. I don't ever intend on trying to keep this game one credit. Like, that would be fucking brutal. That would not take the fun out of it for me. Like, I'm not that good at the game. You never know what's going to happen in a round. You never know exactly what's going to happen. Like, where you're playing like a platformer or something, you can memorize it a lot easier than memorizing an AI pattern in a fighting game. Platformers are more based around like memorization, exact like memorization, because it's like, you know, it's going to be the same every time. Whereas this is like, you know, you don't always know exactly what to expect. Here it's more just about like pure like skill and just knowing how to play the game the best way. Oh, okay, that was a good round. I like how that ended. Ah, ooh, ooh, shit. Oh, yeah. Oh, oh, drop kick. Bam, we got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. We go. Tiger, tiger, uppercut. Oh, damn. It always feels weird seeing Ken fight Sagat, because I always associate, because it's always like in the story, I think, like, Sagat is like Ryu's, like, Ryu's like one of Ryu's big opponents because of his Fighter 1 tournament, but like, whenever you see like Ken fighting Sagat, it just feels weird because like he's not the normal one Ken is like fighting against. Like he doesn't really play as much of a role in Ken's story, to my knowledge. Like I really don't know, like if they meet canonically all that often. Battle 22. Pretty well the retried and stuff. It counts those. Like it's crazy to find that it actually counts the retries. Oh man, Sagat's like Tiger uppercuts are just like a wall of damage, pretty much. I'd love to see like somebody enable like the hitbox view for this game. If there is a hitbox view, like you can see the hitboxes, and like I'd love to see that. It probably just looks super insane. Camera okay. I think we're good. I got. Oh, okay, we got a round. And this is a real place in Thailand, the background here. That's actually a real statue. I think it's based on a few statues anyway. Cool to go there. Also, what's Capcom in Thailand? Like all like the Street Fighter like final bosses are from like Thailand. Well, I guess two of them, Sagat and Bison. Like why Thailand? Do they have a problem with Thailand or something? The Japanese do they not like Thailand? Is that why in both games they're like the final? They're in both Street Fighter One and Two. They're like the final location. Like it feels like they have a thing against Thailand. Alright, here we go, bitch. Oh, barely got any through any of the song there. I just felt like this stage looked a little underwhelming. Like it's cool, but like I feel like I like how in Turbo it's at night this stage, and I feel like the crowd could have been bigger. Like I don't know, I feel like this whole scene could have felt a little bit more grand overall. Like I feel like it should have looked more like a full on like stadium that you're fighting in. I mean, it is the final match after all. Like I personally would have probably made this stage look a bit more stadium-ish. Yeah. Okay. Oh damn! I didn't even hit the front of him. And this is another one of the things where this version's improved. And Bison's portrait is the correct color, whereas again in the first arcade version it's not the right color. So yeah, this version of the game does do some things better than the arcade version in my opinion. Like they went back and looked at the flaws in the original and just tried to fix them for the home port. Shit. Bros like spamming the shit out of it. unblockable. I guess I ran out of stamina. They also changed Shang Long in this version to My Shore Yupin because, again, there's another mistranslation and they wanted to correct it. So I think it's Dragon Punch in this version, actually. The English version. But we all know the real one is you must defeat Shang Long to stand a chance. Have I defeated Shang Long to stand a chance? I don't know. I think I can already stand a chance against Ryuji, the first damn opponent. and clearly, many other people can stand a chance because they played the game as well. And none of them have had to fight Shen Long. Oh. Wow. That was going good, though. That was going good. Okay. That was a very slim one. Bruh. Bison. 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 M. Bison. Bison. Master Bison, I think is what it is, but yeah. Of course, in Japan originally it was Balrog's name, so it's Mike Bison. In tournament circuits, they call him Boxer, they call them Bison here Dictator, and they call Vega Claw. And Sagat stays the same, so it is the same. Man, bro's really going wild with those like those leaping kicks. Okay. Bruh. Oh. 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 No, 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 no. Oh. God damn it. I almost got it there. And Vice. Okay. Oh, damn. another round. We got another round. Yes, we did it! Alright, yeah. Ooh. Here's another area where it's improved from the arcade version. Eliza actually looks like a human person instead of a giant Barbie doll. Oh, and they actually hug each other instead of just walking up to each other like in most versions of the game. Get married, bitches. It just cuts off. Presented by Capcom. Alright. Well, guys, thanks for watching. I pretty much just made this video just for sake of making another video because I haven't made one in a while and I was in the mood to play this game. And I thought it would just be fun to just make a video of me playing through this just classic game. Check out my band Nebulous. Link should be in my channel bio. Follow me on Instagram, stuff like that. Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. See ya.